Well, thank you so much, District Trainer, and thank you, fellow Terrans, for coming. May I especially appreciate the presence of our guest speaker for today, the membership series 004, and the membership orientation, person of Adonis, District Youth Service Chair for District 91202. I thank you so much for accepting to be here with us today, and we appreciate your presence. The topic you're going to handle is very important to all of us, not even only as Rotarians, but as individuals. Effective Rotary mentorship and youth development is something that we can't overlook, especially now that our interactors have been elevated. So this is a timely presentation, and I'm sure those who are attended are going to benefit exceptionally from it. So I want to appreciate everybody that's here today, and those who are here to join us. We look forward to an interesting presentation, and I know our districts will better for it. I hope also that as an advent of this presentation, that we'll find ways for our interactors, our youth wing, also to partner with our two districts for projects or for interactions in future. So thank you, Adonis. Thank you, District Trainer. Let's go ahead into the business of the day, and we'll move on to the exciting one. Thank you so much, Mr. Trainer.
Okay, thank you very much, Visionary in Chief. We know your vision, and we are going to support you to ensure that we translate that vision into reality. I want to invite our district chair, Youth Protection, highly resourceful PhD Chinwe Jim, to our lead speaker for this evening. Chinwe, are you there?
Yes, my PhD, sir. My PDG, sir, I'm here.
Go ahead and introduce our speaker for the evening.
Thank you so much, my PDG.
Thank you, welcome.
Good evening, my lead visionary in chief, my visionary in chief. Good evening, my PDGs in the house, and leaders and their friends. Today is a very special day in our series, in our membership series, as we take on effective Rotary mentorship and youth development as a way to enhance participant engagement. And who else to take this special topic than a very good friend of ours, Rotarian Adonis, TELLA-DELIS, all the way from District 9102. He is the District Youth Service Chair. He is from Rotary Club of Cotonou. Rotarian Adonis could be described as a young, dynamic, and visionary leader with the required skills to manage complex and culturally sensitive organizations. He is an accomplished leadership consultant and an interpreter and language translator, where we have French, English, and Spanish languages. He's also the executive director of BrainLink Africa. Adonis, his history in Rotary is marked by excellent service and effective role play. He has served at different levels of Rotary, both in Cotonou and Rotary globally. He has always played an active part in realizing Rotary training programs within and outside his domain. Rotarian Adonis is a trainer, he is a coach, he's a capacity builder and human development expert. Dear friends, it is indeed our pleasure to have in our midst Rotarian Adonis TELLA-DELIS. We all welcome him to our midst tonight. Thank you, dear friends. Adonis, you're welcome.
Thank you, PhD Chinwe. Thank you, DGOK and PDGMI and all the leadership of this 9142. Of course, my good friend IPG, and all of you and all and Sandri who make their way for this great meeting. I appreciate the leadership of district through PAG Chinwe, Chair of Youth Protection Committee, for giving me the opportunity of interacting with you. And as PDG Ima said, for now, virtually till we properly meet, for greater interaction and engagement in presence. I, of course, will address this topic because in my capacity as Youth Service Chair, for my district, I have in charge Rotary, Interact, Youth Protection, Youth Exchange, and of course, alumni. I certainly have the possibility of understanding the need to look at elevating Rotary and what it means for us on a daily basis. And I think that mentorship basically is one key element of that effective elevation of Rotary. Definitely, when we talk about effective mentorship, we have to understand, first of all, that it forms part of the commitment of Rotary as far as these avenues of service is concerned. The 5 avenues of service being club service, that is building membership, building interaction between members to have vibrant clubs. Of course, we have a community service, because this is the actual heartbeat of Rotary, that is serving communities and building and creating avenue for impact. International service, because we create an environment for international cooperation, just like we have between our 2 districts and even beyond. And of course, through international service, we build partnership to think global and act local. And of course, we have vocational service, where we create an environment for promoting good integrity and engagement, professionally speaking, to build leaders that are effective, not only in Rotary, but also in their vocation, their profession. And of course, youth service, because the youth service is actually what is the future of Rotary. And I think that as far as youth service is concerned, elevating Rotary is a great opportunity for Rotary to be a stronger organization. Now, under the leadership of President Shekhar Mehta and of course DG OK and all the DGs, we know that we have Rotary that is supposed to play a great part in each one and bring one. But beyond quantity, it's about quality. What kind of membership we want to have in Rotary is a membership that is diverse, of course, but also that is based on continuous training. Mentorship is creating an environment for people to build up a potential through proper coaching, development, and continuous training. As Rotarian, our commitment is coming together as leaders from various backgrounds, coming together to take action to impact communities, impact the world, and also impact us. That impact, unless we create an avenue for people to join Rotary and feel inspired, feel engaged and attached to the ideas of Rotary, we cannot properly develop Rotary. That means that our mentorship process should be based on identifying the needs of people. People join Rotary for various reasons, and those reasons have to be identified. The first thing is people join Rotary generally to have friendship. But the kind of friendship they're seeking for is friendship that enhances them, friendship that doesn't lead them astray, but friendship that gives them the desire to create comradeship. Because if you look at the 5 cardinal values of Rotary, comradeship or friendship, service, integrity, diversity, and leadership, and the 5 avenues of service and the 5 values, cardinal values of Rotary are supposed to be the bedrock of our mentorship process. Because at the end of the day, the result of the mentorship process we are designing is to build a new kind of Rotarian, and also preparing Rotaractors to be effective Rotarians. We are looking at the fact that Rotaracts and Rotary relationships should be based on mentorship and vocational service. Why? Because Rotaractors are supposed to be looking up to Rotarians as people who will lead them not only in Rotary, but also in their profession, in their vocation. It is very important for us to look at the fact that what will make Rotary a continually renewed and developed, a rejuvenated organization is how much of impact it has on its youth. So interactors and Rotaractors to grow into the capacity of being effective Rotarian leaders. Our mentorship should be, first of all, continuous training. Continuous training because our Rotary organization is essentially based on knowledge. The knowledge base that we develop in Rotary is what will make our membership effective. Membership is effective through mentorship because anytime people join Rotary, they join a sea of talents, a pool of talents. And it's very important to guide people. Not everybody can easily adapt to the new environment that Rotary represents for them. And therefore, we're supposed to understand that as Rotaractors, we are young, and as Rotarians, we are experienced. How do we blend both of them? It's making sure that we have a continuous partnership. When Rotaractors are engaged by Rotarians, they seek to learn, but they also bring their talents. We should make sure that our organization magnifies the talent of people, that it positions people based on their capacity to serve, not because they know it all, but because they have the right attitude of service. And that's why diversity, integrity, and leadership are key factors in the mentorship process. We should understand that people may have all the potential of being great leaders until we give them a chance, we give them a go at it. They cannot really affect proper changes. We look at right now in many districts in Nigeria and Africa, we have a trend with younger district governors, younger leaders, and most of them, or many of them, have served as Rotaractors and Interactors, that was rightly said, my good friend Ndukwechuku, and many of them like that. And even if they haven't served as Rotaractors or Interactors, they've joined Rotary at a young age and they've been able to really build and come of age, which means that mentorship needs to be, as I said, bedrock on diversity, integrity, and leadership. Diversity because we should look at how we bring people from different walks of life, identify the talents, and promote them into Rotary. Secondly, integrity, because if we identify people, it means that they are supposed to be the best representatives of Rotary in their profession and the best representatives of their profession in Rotary, which means that the connection between classification and membership is supposed to be continuous, to be able to be the light of Rotary in their profession, the light of their profession in Rotary. And of course, leadership, because the leadership that we profess in Rotary is leadership by service, which means that people become greater and more effective because they serve, they make themselves available, and they continuously build, as I said, the knowledge base. When you look at the Rotary Learning Center, for instance, you have different courses that concern new Rotary members, Rotary leaders at a local, club and district level, but also you have a special training designed by Rotary International and Toastmasters International on building consensus, making effective speech, journal communication strategies. It's very important because apart from friendship, as I mentioned, one key element that people seek in Rotary is opportunity to serve, especially young professionals. Young professionals, they feel that apart from family and work, they don't have a life of a very interesting life. So what we offer as membership for young professionals of age to be Rotaractors or young Rotarians is an opportunity to serve, to know what it means to be people who are relevant to society beyond just working or being with a family. And of course, leadership opportunities, because the kind of leadership we open will give the opportunity to people to exert is leadership that is beyond just the issue of taking positions. It's leadership that is about transforming people. It's very important for people to have a lot of commitment to transforming others. When we say serve to change lives as a team of the year, we are change makers because we first of all identify people's needs, we make ourselves available, and we take people through the process of understanding how to solve their community problems. And Rotary for youth today is the greatest opportunity to be enhanced, to have the talent used, but also to project themselves in the future. Remember that Rotary has a great commitment to family life, and Rotary is concerned with family. That's what we had some time ago, the Rotary days of Rotary Family Health Days, because we commit ourselves to build strong communities and also strong Rotarians. As we build others, we do not neglect Rotarians. The mentorship, effective mentorship that is supposed to enhance people engagement is mentorship that is bedrock, as I said, on diversity, leadership, and integrity. And all that hovers around proper training. And the each one bring one process is such that you engage people, you offer themselves the best platform to build their leadership, to build connection, both Rotary-wise and their professional field, but also you give them the opportunity of bringing people. Rotary membership will grow because it is focused on those key attributes. And our organization is more than 100 years old. Why? Because we have been doing certain things right. But then how long is it going to live? It will depend on how much we innovate. Today, we are faced with a pandemic, and especially the youth service club, the Rotary clubs are having difficulties because they like more physical engagement. But then how do we make them see that there's an opportunity to build international cooperation? That's where the avenue of service, of international service, comes in. Let us always look at people who focus on opportunities and not obstacles. Building that attribute in people is key, because the kind of leadership that we profess is a leadership that is a problem-solving leadership, is a leadership that is focused on changing the status quo and also shifting the paradigm. We are offering Rotary as a platform for international cooperation. It means that as a Rotarian, you become a world and global citizen. And that is very important to us. It's very important for us to know that people who come to Rotary want something. They are not getting something material, but they are getting the satisfaction of joining a big network. Networking is something that will be a very strong game changer for our new mentorship. A Rotarian is supposed to make sure that he has, as a mentee, a Rotractor. When we set out to innovate and form Rotary Club, what do we address the certificate of creation? What do we in terms of proper coaching and mentorship? That is where we are going to make sure that they have people they look up to. They have success stories that they look up to. And we need to make sure that we build our club around success stories. Let people lead by example. Let people be given opportunities to serve at the lowest level and rise through the rank. Let us make sure that we create our club as avenues for people to feel in a family environment. And all those attributes will make sure that they determine how we transform our communities and our members, because our members, as they engaged in transforming and building community impact, they also transform themselves. We look at the 5 cardinal values of Rotary, the 5 avenues of service, and the 7 areas of focus. As we engage and work through all those elements, we definitely show that Rotary is a very responsible organization, a visionary organization, and also a life-changing organization. That's why we are so happy about this Team of the Year, Serve to Change Lives, because we really have in our hands the possibility of changing lives. But we don't just change lives far away or close by. We change lives at any level of engagement. And we offer this especially to the future of Rotary. Rotary set up in 1962 Interact, and then in 1968 Rotract. Why? Because Rotary felt that we need to go beyond today. We need to make sure that the younger ones from 12 to 18, from 18 to 30 or 35 have an opportunity of looking at the fact that you don't need to be wealthy to serve others. You don't need to be wealthy to give to communities. It's true, we just finished the foundation month, but membership has to be the basis on which, the pillar on which every other element of Rotary stands. All the avenues of service without effective membership through practical and effective coaching and mentorship cannot really survive for long. And it's for us at any level to play a role to be effective members through being effective mentors. I would open the floor to interactions on this very important topic, by making sure that we have our responsibility that at any time in our life as Rotarians, we should look at what we have done for community, how many people we have empowered, motivated, and how much time we dedicate to serving through proper development of other leaders. Rotractors, interactors, we make sure that we look at them as our future leaders in Rotary. How do we do that? Take them by the hand, instill in them the good attributes of a good family person, a good society person, a good professional person. All those things, Rotarians, we should know one thing: Rotractors and interactors are not always necessarily looking for our money. All they need is a year that listens to them, a shoulder that they can lean on, because they need to make sure that they don't make the same mistake that we have made. And we should make sure that we build our Rotary environment as an ecosystem of continuous training and follow-up, building people to enhance them. We have in our hands the future of Rotary. We have in our hand the future of Rotract and Interact. And as I always say, Interact is the future of Rotract and Rotract is the future of Rotary. How do we make sure that those young ones look up to us? It by being available to them, being people who train them continuously, who make ourselves available to them and provide good directions. All the tools for training are available today with the Rotary Learning Center. Let's make sure that we take advantage of that. The more people who join Rotary, the more opportunity you have to change the world, and the more opportunity you have to change people's lives, because as they join Rotary, they are engaging in a change-making, a life-changing opportunity. I thank you very much, and I would like to leave the floor to for interactions at this juncture. Thank you very much, all of you, for listening to me.
Thank you very much, our guest speaker, for that very concise and interesting speech and presentation. No other person could have done it better other than you, being a youth yourself. I will now invite our District Chair Youth Protection, Chinwe, PhD Chinwe, to moderate the comments, question, and answer session. Chinwe, are you there? Hello, PhD Chinwe, are you there?
Yes, my PDG, sir.
This is not the time to thank our speaker yet. Just go ahead, moderate the comment section, or comment and answer sessions. Thereafter, we'll thank him appropriately. Thank you.
Thank you, my PDG, sir. Dear friends, we've heard from the speaker. We just had a very concise, straight to the point seminar on the need for us to engage our youths, motivate them in order to enhance participation. It is time, the floor is open now for us all to make our comments, send in our predictions, and ask our questions. Please, if you have any question, you can raise your hand so we can do that accordingly. If you have any comments, the comment section is open. You can drop your comments and our speaker will pick it from there. Thank you all. Dear friends, questions and comments are welcome at this time.
I guess it's totally understood or not understood at all. One of them, the silence.
Well, PhD Chinwe, while you're waiting for others to make comments or ask questions, we want to also have your own comments. Let's know how the youth protection engagement is going on in our district, either now or what we are looking forward to, what we hope to do going forward.
If she had an internet issue, PhD Chinwe, not seeing her on the call at this moment.
Currently, it's not on.
Her internet has been fluctuating.
District Chair, Public Image. Bella, you're welcome. How have we been engaging our young leaders in the district? And what has feedback been like? Are they satisfied with the Rotary relationship? What have you been hearing behind the scenes? Just share with us.
My PDG, sir, good evening. Distinguished Rotary leaders, good evening. I apologize for joining in late. So far, the collaboration on bringing in Rotractors into Rotary activities have been yielding positive results. Rotractors feel more involved. They feel more like members of the family because of the recognition, and the bubbling relationship also, I suppose, in the nearest future will make it easier for Rotractors to transit into Rotary. So far, we have some Rotractors that are holding dual membership now, both in Rotract and Rotary, and are doing so well, taking up responsibilities and delivering on given assignments. It is a very positive development. And with the introduction of the, okay, let me not say introduction, because it's been there, the Youth Protection Committee, with the awareness the current committee is creating, it's also making people more aware of Rotary's concern for the well-being of the youth, and to openly define what Rotary stands for in terms of relationship with the youth and how they should be carried along in certain things. On a whole, it's a very positive development.
Thank you very much. PhD Chinwe is back. Chinwe, can we have your thoughts on what the position is today, the relationship between Rotarians, Retractors, challenges also too? PhD Chinwe, are you fully back?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am, my PDG, sir.
Yes, let's see that how well are we doing with our youth? Are they happy with it? What can we do better? What can we do differently?
Well, my PDG, sir, currently the youths are doing okay, but we can do more of engagement and mentoring, just like the districts have started now. We wish we can engage them more, especially in this time. That we need to enhance participant engagement on their side. So it's all about engaging them the more, that's all. Otherwise, they are doing okay, doing Rotary proud in every part of our district, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, PhD Chinwe.
And George Onyewu had a question. I raised his hand.
Yes, but Chinwe, you are also going to tell us why the youth are not here tonight. But that's after the question from somebody recognized Chinedu Brown. After that,
Rotary and George Onyewu had raised his hand earlier on.
Good evening, my Rotary leaders. Good evening, my PDG. Good evening, my DG. Good evening, my DGE. I can see you there. My district chair, good evening. Well, what I want to say is, like my district chair said, the Rotractors, they are doing well. They are engaging the way they understand it. But my worry is, it's like they are engaging, they are coming more to Rotary fellowships. I don't know how much they are serious with their own fellowship. And when they come to the fellowship, yes, their presence is there, they help in service, but I haven't seen them being really part of the meetings, the Rotary fellowships that they come to. They engage, they come, we see their presence, but how much of the real participation they do, I don't know if they understand. Even me, if I understand the role that they play when they come to Rotary meetings, aside helping to render service, give help, serve, go on errands and all that, I don't know if it is quite clear to them what else they should do by way of engagement when they come to Rotary, proper Rotary fellowships. So that's what I want to say, so that as we are thinking of mentoring them, let us mentor them alongside what does it really mean now that you've been elevated to that, I don't know how to put it, elevation or whatever. What does it really imply for you in Rotary circles? Thank you very much.
okay, thank you. PhD Chinwe, I hope you know you're still the moderator.
Yes, sir.
So go ahead, you are moderating.
Thank you so much, Rotarian Chinedu Brown. That's the Abia State rep for youth protection. It's good to have you here, and it's always a pleasure hearing from you because you always give out value at any given opportunity. On this note, I would like our speaker to please kindly address the question, the role of our young adults at Rotary meetings.
What I would say is the elevation of Rotary as well as the dual membership, because these are two things that were addressed in the submissions by good Rotarians who have taken the floor, is to make sure that moving from Rotary to Rotary becomes more and more seamless. It's for them to have the feel of their current status as Rotractor, but then also their future, I would say, life in those status as Rotarians. And what happens is we as Rotarians are supposed to be the one who welcome them with open arms. One reason, for instance, for which Rotractors maybe hesitate to join Rotary, unless sometimes they become charter members of totally newly formed clubs, is because sometimes they have the feeling that Rotarians still view them and look at them as their juniors, as their former or their Rotractors. That is, for us, the onus lies on us as Rotarians, as Rotary leaders, to create an avenue for people to be welcome from all walks of life, from all generations, from all environments. So it's for us to create the environment where they feel at home. Because you only stay where you feel at home, a place where you give of your time, your resources, your network, your energies and everything is for you to be fair, to be welcome. Many of them, Rotractors, would love to join Rotary. But then with that kind of experience as Rotractors, people having passed, having president of Rotract clubs, having DRG, assistant, DRI and all that, DR. And then suddenly they come and they begin to, quote unquote, to warm the pews. You can imagine that their membership might be compromised. So it's for us to create an environment where they feel useful, because in this environment of volunteering, it's about how your talents are explored, how your talents are valued. If people don't feel valued and don't see value, they won't stay for long. And the great challenge we have is that about 20 to 30% maximum of Rotractors move into Rotary. And that's even a very optimistic figure. Meanwhile, the projection is to make sure that in the next 3 years, we have 80% of Rotractors move to Rotary. Their elevation of Rotary and their role in Rotary is beyond attendance of meetings. What responsibility, not, how do you call it, task, menial tasks you are giving to them. No, what responsibility are we giving to them? What trust do we instill in them? This is where the challenge lies. And so the onus lies on us as Rotary leaders to create an environment where those young ones with all the talents, all the experience they've accumulated are really enhanced and promoted. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Adonis. Rotarian Chinedu, I hope that answers your question. Let us remember. Okay, please let us remember. We can also drop comments. We can also drop questions on the comment section. The speaker will also pick it from there. In the absence of any other concerns from Rotarian Chinedu, please can PAG George Onyano please ask your question, sir. PAG George Onyano, please ask your question, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Please go on, my PAG, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for the Zoom meeting. I'm very happy that we are talking about our young ones coming into Rotary. And the question you ask again, how do we show them the way to do Rotary? That is what I understand. Rotary, as I know it, it depends on how the father teaches his son or his daughter how to live a life. We Rotarians, as I see it, our members should behave very well. When you come into Rotary functions, try to see that these young Rotarians again understand the program which they have come for and participate fully on the program. Because if they don't participate fully on the program, they cannot learn. Most of them come to Rotary to come and just play about, go to nightclubs and dance and sing and drink. And some of them, they don't remember that they are there for Rotary to learn. I thank God that the time of our PDG Emma Udakwe, he made it possible that once you come for Rotary, you should participate in all the programs. And at the same time, our Rotarians should be able to make it possible for our young Rotarians that who attend the Rotary functions to participate. But then they can learn on what is going on in Rotary because we are leaving this board for them. When we all grow old, we go, and it's left for them to continue. So we should try to maintain that discipline in Rotary and for them to follow up. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my PhD George, Uncle G, as we fondly call you. It's good to hear from you, sir. My PhD, CJ Hemedu, please, feel free to ask your questions, sir.
All right, thank you.
My
DG.
PhD, CJ.
Yes, I'm here. Are you here? Are you hearing me? Hello, are you hearing
Please,
me?
you have the floor, sir.
Yes, are you hearing me, Chinwe? Hello, Chinwe, are you hearing me? Hello?
Are you
Hello, hello. Some of us can hear you.
Are you hearing
Some of
me?
us can hear you.
Yes,
Yes.
we can Okay, if you are hearing me, I want to say good evening to our DG, okay, and our PDG, Emma, and of course our guest speaker, TELLA. The guest speaker told us that the future of Rotary lies in Interact, and the future of Rotary lies in Rotary. My question is this: do we have any conscious or focused effort to do sense of interactors that are moving to the Rotary Club? And how do we also keep pace with the retractors that were used to ensure that they are also moving into Rotary? Do we have any conscious effort to follow up? Is there any conscious effort to follow up any census of the number of interactors we have in the district now, the retractors we have in the district now, and in the next 1 or 2 years, we still monitor them to know where they're moving to or where they are, whether they're actually progressing to Rotary and then to Rotary. And secondly, is there any incentive we have to consciously do or make so that those who are transiting, we know that if they're moving from Interact to maybe to Rotary, they'll have to have 1 year due payment, something like that, something to move them as to move straight to Rotary from Interact and then to Rotary from Rotary. So if my questions are clear, maybe I would like to know what obtains in that district 9102 or whatever, and then in our own district.
Thank you, Rotarian CJ Emedu. What I can say that we have to understand that the statistics are more and more accurate as the day goes, and that we have all the possibility of looking at our membership. Remember one thing, statistics is based on how much we input to be able to output. What do I mean is all club presidents from Rotary to Rotary and should make sure that they provide information on their membership. It's very important. That's the first thing we need to do. Because if we don't have the information on the membership and the age structure, the age bracket of the membership, we cannot even know how many they are, what is the age bracket, and when they are potentially expected to move to Rotary. Now, currently, we have, when we look at the committee, I chair at the district level, the youth service committee. I worked with the DRR and of course the assistant DRR to make sure that I have a sense of what the club membership are and even the age structure, so that we can project the possibility of those members to move to the next, I would say, a club based on age bracket, that is from Interact to Rotary. We cannot be, for instance, aggressive in our approach. We need to be show methods in terms of motivating them engaging them so that they have the desire to move to Rotary. I mean, for interactors to move to Rotract and Rotractors to move to Rotary. It's about how much we engage them. I think that is not when we see that they have age that we should begin, let's say, putting pressure on them. It's when they join Interact or Rotract, we should actually have a projection, a plan to engage them and give them desire to stay in the Rotary family for long and move from one age bracket to the other. It's a consensus effort. Now, in terms of the statistics, if all statistics are provided, people provide all the information on the clubs and members, we can actually do a proper work of identifying those who are of age to move to Rotract or Rotary, depending on the case. It's a continuous effort. It's something that is taking place gradually, at least in my district. I know that generally, because we know that membership is of essence in Rotary, and that one key breeding ground for membership is the clubs that we as Rotary have set up, that is Interact and Rotract. We cannot neglect them and go and look for people, because it's so much value that we have built, so much effort we have consented to mentor and build people, that leaving them just like that to go out of the Rotary family is actually a waste of resources. So no plans about trying to, no issue about trying to recruit people who have never been Rotractors and Interactors, but there's a conscientious effort that is developing, because as I said, the dual membership and the elevation of Rotract has a key focus or objective, that is making the transition a seamless one. So I will always enjoin individual Rotary club, because most Rotract clubs are sponsored by Rotary clubs. And of course, Interact clubs are also sponsored by Rotract clubs, making sure that we have that continuous relationship to give them the desire to join the Rotary family through Rotract or, I mean, from Interact to Rotract and Rotract to Rotary. Now, in terms of facilities and conditions for welcoming them into the Rotary family, yes, generally we have former Rotractors or those who have who are in a situation of dual membership, who may not have, of course, the same resources as Rotarians, full-fledged Rotarians. And generally what Rotary clubs would do is, in any case, most of the time they've seen them active as Rotractors and know their potential. They may not have the same level of resourcefulness, and making sure that we give them the opportunity of joining Rotary and discussing them. Sometimes the case is on a case-by-case basis, or it's a facility that we provide, generally. That is a former Rotractor, for instance, the first 2 years is a 50% or 100% exempt of dues, given that sometimes they maintain dual membership, and gradually, over the first, second, third year, they move gradually to paying full dues. These are facilities that every club can design. Rotary International has not taken a stance on it. Districts generally have not taken a stance on it, but what we make sure that is we encourage clubs to welcoming them and creating the avenue for them to join by providing the right environment, and also some facilities that will even be financial. The bottom line, let us not allow them to join Rotary and become idle, because that is what will kill the vibe in them. That's what will kill the drive to be great Rotarians. When they get into the next age group, from Interact to Rotract or Rotract to Rotary, let's make sure that we make them equal and make sure that we give them the responsibilities that will make them provide the necessary engagement and commitment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, CP Adonis. Indeed, the need to engage our young adults cannot be overemphasized. And we are so happy that you exposed all that we need to do for us this evening. Dear friends, I don't know if we still have further questions or comments, further questions from us, so that our speaker can douse all our fears. Okay, my PDG, my district trainer, in the absence of further questions from our dear friends of Rotary, I hand over back to you, sir, to conclude our meeting, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, Chinwe. Okay, our leader, are you there with us? District Governor, okay, are you there? I'll yield to you to have the last word before we end this meeting, sir.
Okay, thank you, District
Before
Trainer.
let me
Thank
say,
you.
our young leaders had a program this evening. That's why most of them, or if not all of them, are not with us. But we'll surely have another engagement where they'll be with us. So, okay, move on. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much, District Trainer. Thank you, CP Adonis. Wonderful presentation, well detailed, well spoken. I expected less. Want to thank you for making time to visit our districts today. We look forward, like I said, to more collaborations with your district. And I do believe that there's a lot of opportunity that has presented itself. A lot of issues that have been shown up during the question and answer session, and I thank you for your answers. These are things that give us at the leadership of the districts something to think about and see how we can further evaluate and look into implementing some of them. So I thank you for the time you spent. For my youth protection chair, Chinwe, thank you for coordinating this and for making it happen. And for everybody that joined, I'm sure that we all had an enriching experience and that we all got involved or listened to what was said, and we're not taking something away from this. So thank you all. And we look forward to the next series, 005. And I'm sure moving forward, these trainings will really be beneficial for us at the district level and even individually at the clubs. So thank you, District Trainer, for the opportunity. Thank you for another wonderful session, and wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you very much, okay. Fortune, are you there with us? Foco, if you are there on behalf of our young leaders, could you please give the vote of thanks?
Okay, my district trainer, I'm here, sir.
Good. Let us give a vote of thanks to our from Cotonou.
Okay, my district governor.
From Cotonou to speak to us, so go ahead and thank him.
Okay, my district governor, the district trainer, Rotarians, our distinguished guest speaker, fellow retractors and dear friends. On behalf of the entire retractors of Regional 140 and my DRR, I wish to especially thank you for making our time, squeezing our time out of a very tight schedule to address us this evening. We are so much grateful for that, and we hope that you keep answering us whenever we call you again to impact on young leaders. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Very much. Bella, are you between Bella and Chinwe? You may now arrange item 7 and serve that behind the scene. Thank you very much.
Yes, it's Bella. It's Bella that would
it's my powerful chair, Chinwe.
I want to bring the evening's training session to a close, but before, permit me to thank Adonis for finding time to be with us. Adonis, thank you very much. We shall call on you again very soon. Maybe this time in person to come talk to us.
It will be a great pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you. And my dear friends, let us all have a jolly, very good evening and a good weekend. And the section is hereby adjourned till we meet in the next 14 days. Thank you.
Thank you.
And goodbye.
Thank you. Good night very much, my district trainer.